Hi, Cancer. Good morning. It's Mary Ellen coming to you once again from Moonrise Cottage for your July 2018 Soul Tarot reading. And as you can see, I am starting again with the image of your card spread for this month. Pretty phenomenal, Cancer. An amazing journey that you've been going through. Let me toggle over and say hi. Hi, everybody. Good to be here with you. If you're new, welcome. And for all the subscribers and returning viewers, great to have you back. I know you're eager to hear the story and continue the unfolding. Spirit's talking already about the unfolding. I've been talking about it in my own life. There is, Spirit keeps saying, and actually, I think Spirit was talking about this last month, the moment has arrived. We've been going through a lot of transition, transformation, amazing things coming forward for the destiny that's meant to unfold here on the planet and within each of us as we continue to unfold our own journey and walk along the path that presents itself to us. So there's a lot of chatter going on about that. Spirit's talking about it's the preview. So let's see, before I forget, if you want a reading or distance healing, I offer a lot of services, and I'm encouraging everyone to join the live stream community that's building here at Moonrise Cottage. I'm in the process of my own changes, and soon I'm going to be able to begin welcoming people to come here for their own sacred journey. There's a lot happening with that. I think the first date is going to be either the end of August or somewhere in the early fall. I'm vacillating, as you can tell. I'm trying to figure it out. So please join the live stream community if you want to take part in that so that you can get the emails and the updates about how that is unfolding. If you want to visit, it doesn't have to happen right away. Spirit says plant the seed, join the community, and Spirit's saying get in the truck. Take a look at the video of the live stream that I did last Sunday. Okay, about my path, just a little tiny bit about what has been unfolding for me, and we'll go forward together. That's the purpose of this place, and it is all of us, the individual purpose that we own, Spirit says, as we come in. So let's go back to the cards. I want to show you, just as a point of reference, Spirit says, the cards for June. So there's July. A lot of adventure. Holding destiny in your hand. Another phase of your soul journey going forward, but on very strong male patterned energy foundations, once again assisted by the sacred feminine. It's just incredible the way this is moving forward. So here are the cards for June. Check it out. Remember that, Cancer? Coming into a new life? Assisted by the feminine, the Morrigan, the shamaness of battle, sacred battle for your soul. And there she is standing on the left of the top row, looking into your shift and change, the shocking things that were coming forward to help you transform into that which you are meant to be, Spirit says. Next to that cauldron, we see the beautiful moon card. In the traditional tarot, that's the moon card. That's the imaginer of harmony. And so Spirit's talking about internal harmony with your being. There comes a new life. We see the notion of the sacred cauldron and new life multiple times repeated throughout the reading. And the card that came over the top was about the soul journey. Drifting out, away from your human set point. Spirit was telling you, you begin again. And sure enough, we see the outcome, a new life. So this month, that's what we're going to talk about. Here we are. Uranus has stationed. And this month in June, we have a solar eclipse happening on the 12th of July in Cancer. And this solar eclipse is in conjunction with the moon, and it is on the day of the new moon. So when you look back at last month, that was sort of the foreshadowing. It's like, Spirit saying, okay, get ready, finish your pondering, be still in these moments because you're going really deep and you're making another point of initiating yourself because of your journey into that which comes forward through the shocking change and the beautiful illumination of Uranus stationed here in an earth sign, affecting everything that happens in this realm. So this month coming forward, we see the Spirit card. The first card that comes as I pull the cards is the message. So I always ask Spirit, what is the message that you want me to talk about? Well, Spirit's telling me to rephrase it. What do you want to talk about? And how can I do it? Tell me what the thread is. Show me the illustrations, please, with the cards, so I can unweave the story for you. All right. So the very first card over the top is an adventure card. That is the adventure of skill. Okay, here's the card. Love it. There's a long story that goes behind, well, with all of these cards, there's a lot of mythology. We see the note. Spirit says, just focus on the notion here. So we see this little mouse. In the outcome last month, we saw a new life. So here's this little new life, maybe feeling insignificant, but powerful in its own right. Very eager, very curious, ready to go forward, having the sustenance it needs. This is about overcoming obstacles through the adventure of the skill set that you have gained because of all the transformation and all the transition. Now the portal, the pathway, is open. And last month, we saw this idea of the sacred shamaness of battle. Here to help your soul unfold into the sacred mystery that was pulling it forward. The battle of the soul journey as it reflects it here on the planet. It's phenomenal to me that this is the first card out. This is the theme. So if that's the case, and last month you stepped into an initiation, and therefore, of course, a new life came. Always. Well, I think, right, my opinion is always. It's been true for me. And I've had a lot of different initiations in my life. And Spirit wants to talk to everybody so much now because things are unfolding here. So I'm being commanded to do another live stream about that. Maybe I'll try to fit it in. So, Cancer. Last month, or when I did the live stream, I was inspired to put that video up. If you haven't seen that video, just go look at it. If you don't want to watch the video, scroll down below, click on the link that I put there in the comment section. Okay. One of my points of initiation had to do with being a music student, and I'm not a musician. For me, it was about learning about the vibration, the essence of vibratory energy, Spirit saying. And it came to me through music and then through the natural world in all different ways because that's what I needed. So you're having a similar journey. You've stepped in. You have made the sacrifice to follow the energy in your life and unfold that story, whatever it may be. So now comes an adventure, opening on the day of the eclipse, the day of the new moon, the day of the month when you can set your intentions, write them down. It doesn't matter what it is. You can manifest that which you really believe in by following the vibration of the desire that comes to you and dedicating yourself to the sacred lore, Spirit says, of all of that. So a lot of chatter coming through. I'm going to toggle back. I think one of the reasons that people are going to be showing up here and coming here is so that we can actually have long, heartfelt conversations about all this. It's a challenge for me to push these messages out in such an encapsulated way because each card brings so much energy that, who would watch a video that was 2 or 3 hours long? Mostly nobody. All right, so that's the card that indicates how you stand in the light under this theme of the adventure of skill. There you are, Cancer. And I love this. Uranus energy, okay? The light of the sun coming into your first house. By the way, happy birthday to everybody out there who's a Cancer. There's the fire of the sun, of Uranus energy, male patterned energy, intensity. And look how strong that young man is, right? In his prime. Tools of the trade available to him. He is in the process of forging a new creation. And because we're here talking about soul tarot, we're talking about your life. You are creating, given the fire energy that's available to you, you are standing on a new foundation of skill. One of the things I love about these two cards being aligned, a lot of messaging in the subtext Spirit says of this. All right, so this is a number 7 card, this one. This is a number 6. So there you are. It's always backwards. I still haven't gotten the hang of it. All right, there you are, looking directly into the adventure. You know you're going, and you are forging those things, those desires, in the beauty of the fire energy with male patterned impetus to move it forward. You step into the adventure. And last month, again, the initiate card on the human walk. You're going. You're going deep. Dedicate yourself. Understand that it may take a while for this to unfold. And when an eclipse comes, I'm assuming you guys know this stuff. The energy of that carries forward for 6 months. Sorry. So that's going to carry you straight through the winter solstice. A lot of information coming through about that. We'll talk about it when the time arrives. But understand the aspect of this moment and how it affects the months that follow. It's a big moment. An eclipse of the sun on the 12th, when the sun is in your first house. It's huge. This is huge, okay? So I just want to say, have fun with that. If you look at the cards on the bottom row, pardon me, my throat is dry this morning for some reason. Okay, this is Spirit saying this is clearly evident given all the things that have been spoken. The first step on your human journey, when you look into this foundation, this new skill set, and you take that out, Spirit says, take that out for a ride. Still talking about the truck. Get in the Spirit was talking about the transportation loop. There's a lot of felt sensation coming through about what it is. Okay, so here it is. Spirit says, you are the river. Go swimming carefully, okay, in a body of water that has flow to it, whether it's the ocean, whether it's a spring that bubbles up, a river, something like that. And just allow yourself to hear and feel the vibration of the flow of the water energy. It's quite beautiful. And in this moment, it is coming into a lot of power, represented by the feminine energy pattern, that which is the portal of fruition. As they work together, the male and female energy patterns help our destiny unfold. That's why Spirit talks so much about yin and yang. There's a desire to have us understand that as a principle in a general sense, and then deepen the understanding of that. That is coming forward also this year. Talking more about the tapestry, the cord of energy that you inhabit as a physical being who came here for an energetic experience. So here we have all this love energy. These are the aspects you are working with this month. It's about finding your destiny. And not just finding your destiny, it's about being in control of your destiny, being able to manifest your destiny. This beautiful woman is the woman of skill. She works in conjunction with the beautiful foundation of skill where you stand at the forge. So two representations. Yin and yang, following each other, paired together. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough. Perfect moment to bring forward your destiny based on your desire. So this month, it's all about feel the impulse, get in the flow, allow yourself to feel it. You don't have to totally understand it. I'm here to testify to that. Do it. Just be in it to the best of your ability, because this woman holds the sacred spool of destiny in her own hands, and she winds the thread of destiny around that which inspires her. That's the tower of her own internal inspiration. And, Cancer, there you are, standing at this body of water, completely empowered and activated in the sacred mystery of your own being. Because of the eclipse, because Sun is in Cancer, you are going to be able to feel this part of you in the human realm. So I encourage you to step into that mystery. Don't worry about, Spirit says, don't do what I did, which is to kind of go, oh, I don't know what that's all about, or what. Just put all that aside and have the experience this month. If no other month of the entire year, Spirit's encouraging that. Okay, so very next card, perfect. Also, that's a major arcana card. There you are. These are the aspects in which you are able to stand in your life, and Spirit's talking about the energy, what your energy is capable of this month because of all the aspects that are happening. And actually, at the end of the month, there's another eclipse. Okay, so that's a major arcana. There you are, Cancer, standing in the flow of the energy, taking in that which arrives, transforming it with your energy, and sending it back out as the seeds to create what is meant to come forward, because you are part of the energetic tapestry here, and we need you. That is the spinner of growth. So while you hold your destiny in your hand, you also have the ability to spin seeds of that which you hold and send it forward. And then next to that, another adventure card. Fabulous, right? That is the adventure of art. So a couple of aspects about there's destiny turning, the triple spiral, right above the head. Okay, so again, Spirit's talking about Uranus, talking about the moon cycle. I've spoken to you, Cancer, about that a lot, talking about the eclipses that are coming forward, and the fact that we have so many planets in retrograde. There's a lot of adventuring. It is predominantly inward, and that's why we see the cards coming out the way they do. So this fellow is sitting in the placement that the Sacred Initiate was in last month. Again, as that unfolds, it brings to you the adventure of regaining the art. Again, Spirit says, it's about the vibration. It's funny, Spirit loved that video. I said, all right, I love music because I know that it transmits energy. So I'm careful about choosing those kinds of things. That's what Spirit wants to talk about, right? The vibration that is inherent, that you are meant to recapture. It's about a story about a clan. There was Spirit's calling it warring factions. This instrument was known to be sacred. It was stolen by the enemy as a way to create a wound and disempower. This young bard had to go cloaked under the cover of night in secret and go get the instrument back. And what he did was sit and chant and pray and meditate and sing the songs and recite the sacred poetry that he was entrusted with. And the instrument literally rose through the air and floated back to him under cover of night. So, so that's the adventure of art. So we're talking about adventures of art and skill and going deep on the energy through the portal that's opening and able to receive that if you vibrate inside your own being with that you are. Those things that again, doesn't have to be perfect. Go with the place that you are standing. It is another unfolding point for you. Trust yourself, honor yourself, know that your journey is unfolding exactly the way it is meant to. Okay? So, the other thing I love about this reading is that the bridge card, that which connects your human journey and your beautiful soul journey, is depicted here as the soul. So, for those of you that are new, this is the card that stands in the center of the left-hand column. We see a depiction of the soul. I want to show you, just to refresh your memory, look at last month. Do you see where the soul is? That was the theme that Spirit wanted to discuss with you. The soul journey that you're on and the new life that's coming forward as you step into this period of initiation, because the eclipse is coming. Time for you to sail away into your destiny, into your new life, and make the discoveries that are meant to happen for you. So here we are, 1 month later, and we see how far the soul journey has transitioned through the reading, now becoming the pivot point between heaven and earth, if you understand my meaning, okay? So in these days of July, this journey of the soul having a continuation of its awakening, taking its journey. There's the triple spiral again. Stepping into the sacred cauldron. And last month it was all about the sacred cauldron and transformation, transition, initiation. So it's a, Spirit says, it's a foregone conclusion, but just to remind you. And I also love that this is male patterned energy. Okay? We do feel like we're sleeping through our lives. We are in the process of coming together in a way that is much more conscious. So that brings you forward to the next step. That first card on the top left is also a major arcana card. The center card in the bottom row is a major arcana card that is the spinner of growth. And the first card on the spirit realm, because we're going into this adventure, the reflection of that on the soul level is a very sacred card. This is the dreamer of growth. So there is coming closer and closer a really profound alignment of the soul journey with the human walk. And I love, as a reader, as a clairvoyant person, and all the things that are sort of packed around in my head that I haven't come out with yet, I love seeing this. Beautiful. That's the star card in the traditional tarot. Do you see the two halves of your being joined? All right, right in the center. Firmly rooted in the sacred realm, the dreamer of growth is about coming into a place of genius. The ability to manifest your dreams. The things you're dreaming about in terms of your growth. Being able to see both sides across the divide, because the two halves of your nature, the human and the soul, are now joined. Spirit's talking again about the eclipse, about Uranus, and just wanting you to focus there this month with this aspect in mind. Okay, understanding what your soul journey is about, I would encourage everyone to put a little notepad by your bed, and if you have an intense dream, the minute you wake up, write it down, because a lot of it, some of it, the more ethereal parts of it will float away from you. And it will be about the feeling, about something that you know that you may not remember. Okay? Just write it down for reference, Spirit says. The very next card, another foundation card. More beautiful, profound male energy. This is the foundation of battle. So you're dreaming about the growth of your warriorship on the sacred realm. Having come through the initiation, what is meant to happen is what you are dreaming about. And the things that your soul are working to move forward It is unfolding. And if you look down the center line, we see the beautiful foundation of battle standing on top of the foundation of skill that stands on top of a major arcana card that is the spinner of growth. Spirit this month has been talking about the sandwich, meaning, here we are, all the things that are folded together. So Spirit's calling it a sandwich. There's the card on the spirit realm. Beautiful, foundation of battle. This warrior has recently come through his rite of passage, his initiation. He is able now to travel with the tribe. That's what's happening. That's the spirit guides in the background. Just watching. With joy, Spirit says, the unfolding that you're having. Really strong, clear, profound. Spirit saying, apt, male patterned energy. It's lovely. And of course, sitting next to it, female patterned energy. That is the empowerment of your will, because you have stepped onto the path and you are now following the vibration. And another reminder, that's a sacred warrior, goddess, who's on her own path. When she was in a battle, she took a hare to the battleground. And once the armies lined up and the charge was about to happen, she would loose the hare from a basket, watch how it ran across the battlefield, in order to understand the flow of the energy in that place, in that moment. And that is where her strength was. So that's the message from Spirit. Take a look at the way the energy runs through your soul, intention, and the efforts that are happening on a soul level as you have come through into this new foundation in order to have this beautiful command of your own destiny. Based on that which inspires you, that is the vibration you are meant to follow. And it brings growth and spins the seeds of that out into your own life and into the world around you. Because everything we do affects everything, every being, Spirit says, that's here, of course. It brings to you these grand adventures. And it is those adventures which will help you come in to your strength as a vibratory being, as a soul being, having a journey here. Beautiful, right? It's lovely. And again, we see the sacred warrior carrying the soul. That is the notion. And we see at the breastplate all the swirl of the energy. She's actually holding the sword of victory. Very empowered. See the energy that is coming off of the will center of this woman? She's very strong in her energy set point. So your will to go forward is being empowered by the eclipse. And then, of course, the outcome is the yin-yang partnership of the woman of skill. Spirit's chattering a lot in the background about this. There you go. See that? When you step on your human path as a reflection of your soul, you begin to hold the threads of your own destiny in your hand. Now, Spirit's correcting me. Not just the thread, the spool. Spirit says it's an important distinction and wanting you to really take that in. Okay, so I stand corrected. And there's the warrior. So we have the warrior of skill and the woman of skill here to support each other. One initiates the energy and the other carries it forward. I'm sorry, the sun is shifting because it's almost midday here. All right, so the beautiful warrior of skill, more beautiful male energy. And having this, I love the way they're in the reading. So the feminine is the first step on the human journey. It's the way, Spirit says, okay? The pathway that we must travel, and the portal, and the eclipse is coming. Spirit's talking about those kinds of things in the background. She is the way, opens the way, the place from which you must travel through to the adventure. And that's what the reading, again, that's the other theme in this reading. So as an outcome, the same type of notion, but male patterned energy. in order to carry that forward into the active phase of the movement. It's incredibly beautiful to me. This warrior has power. He has his staff, he has his wand, he's holding it in his hand. And he has magic and he has sustenance. And what he does is he waits for the sacred impulse to come into him. And when that comes to him, Spirit's saying, from her, okay, in this way, the adventure begins. And it is his job, actually, to respond to the sacred impulse. He jumps on his horse, and he just rides straight into it. There's no hesitation. So in the mythology of the deck, he is known as sort of an unruly character. He doesn't, Spirit's saying he's not rule-bound. He's energy-bound. So he just does what he wants. He waits for something to come to him in terms of the energetic highway, and then he responds to that. That is the skill. And he is a warrior. Spirit says, never doubt. And he stands at the ready. So we're going forward, Cancer. There's a new story coming. You've had all this transformation, and now the eclipse is here in the way it is. So I'm wishing you a wonderful month. Have fun. I don't know where you're going, but I hope that, I invite everybody to always put some messages on the thread below the video. Talk to each other. Talk about your journeys. Again, Spirit's saying that's why people are meant to come here, so that we can really have those moments together, feel each other's vibration, and have these discussions. But it can also happen online. That's the medium, Spirit's saying, that we have available to us. It's a vibratory pathway of its own, isn't it? So let's talk to each other. You Cancer folks, talk amongst yourselves. Spirit says, I look forward to seeing you in August. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting all the souls that are meant to be here for the first group gathering at Moonrise Cottage. Thanks, everyone. I'll leave you with the cards.